Hi, so in this video we'll cover product analytics question. So what are some example of product analytics question? Estimate the market size for Nvidia GPUs. How much storage is consumed by Google Photos in a year? If you are PM for Google search, what sort of A/B test experiments will you run to finalize the font size and color for Google ads? What metrics will you measure? What metrics will you track to measure success for Instagram stories? So these are some examples of product analytics question. So why are they asked in PM interviews? So PM have to make data-backed decisions, and it happens in multiple scenarios. For example, you work with data analytics team to finalize A/B test. Maybe you want to finalize what ad copy to run, and in that case, you will run multiple ads copy and pick one. Maybe you are launching a new landing page, then what text to use, what font size. All of these micro decisions can be made based on data, and that's what A/B tests help with. The second situation is you work with business ops to finalize revenue cost for the next year, which goes into the annual planning and affect the stock price. The third thing you do is work with engineering and UX to finalize the user growth, what sort of consumption will happen next year, how much will be the storage consumption, server capacity required. Similarly, you often dig into data to find out the trends in your products, what features are doing well, what features are not doing well. You have to report to the leadership, and all of these requires a good data crunching skills, and that's what these questions measure, how good you will be at the analytics aspect of your job. So how are these questions scored? So there are 4 key things that interviewers look at. The first one is, will you reach to a final number or the final answer? So whether you are in the metrics kind of question or A/B testing or estimation, make sure that you do answer the final question, that what are the tests you will be running? What is the final number? Even if it's not near ballpark, it's fine, but reaching to the final number, making intelligent assumption, moving fast is important in these questions. The second thing is that you have to show the process and assumption. So for example, whatever assumption you are taking in an estimation question is really critical, because let's say as a PM you do some estimation today, your financial lead team members, your leadership has to stand by those assumptions. So make sure that you are enunciating that out during the interview as well. Similarly, for A/B testing questions, at any given point in time, our team run tens of A/B test experiments. So it's really important that you note down what are the things you are measuring, what is the outcome, what is the intervention. So showing the process even in the interview is really critical. The third thing is that are you breaking down the problems? So the interviewer's first problem that they give you could be very vague. So you should be asking right questions, splitting the problems, and then approaching them in parts. This is a very important problem solving skills, and one thing that interviewers looked at. The fourth thing is you should acknowledge the areas where you could be wrong. For example, in the A/B testing questions, maybe there are some scenarios where your 2 representative groups are talking among each other and sharing ideas. In the estimation question, maybe you did not account for one particular segment, or global scenario could change. So make sure that you highlight that these is your best estimate based on a lot of assumption. But if you had more time, you would have done research, done some digging, done market research to validate things. So what are types of analytical questions? So there are 3 main types. The first one is estimation question, which is estimate the market size for Nvidia GPUs, estimate the total storage for Google Photos. The second kind of question is A/B test question, which is what we discussed. If you are PM for, let's say, Facebook, what should be the font for the comments? What should be the font for like button? How do you decide that? What A/B test experiment will you run to decide that? And the third is metrics to measure success. So let's say you are launching a new feature. What metrics will you track to measure that this product was successful? Or what metrics will you track to see that there was no abuse of this feature, or it does not lead to unintended consequences?